What's up, prospective flip family? My name is Ammon Hill. Today is October 26th, 2020, and I have been asked by Jake to give a testimonial regarding the mentorship that I joined. I've been in the mentorship for about 2 weeks now, give or take a day or two, and he asked me to give a testimonial about it, and it makes sense. I mean, we're at a point in the mentorship, or a point in the program, where we've spent the majority of our time going over some core concepts, and we're starting to pivot to some other core stuff. So I also think that, at least right now, October 26, 2020, there was a 14-day money-back guarantee. So I'm pretty sure like all of this kind of coincides. It didn't just happen. I'm sure he designed it this way, right? So we're at a pretty sweet spot now to give a testimonial thus far, and I'm more than happy to do that. Jake is on point. He knows what the hell he's doing, and he definitely knows what he's teaching. And what he's teaching is basically gold. It's better than gold. I mean, if you're into theology or biblical philosophy, you hear wisdom being better than gold, and this really is. I mean, I don't even want to say it's wisdom. It's great information. How you apply it, right? That's wisdom. And what you do with this knowledge, what you do with this wisdom, that's true wisdom, right? So it's really up to you. But I digress. Anyways, look, a little bit about myself. So you know that I'm a little bit qualified to talk about money, talk about numbers. I'm not the greatest at math, but I've got a calculator, and I can use my fingers and my toes, and they work pretty well. So, but no, I'm an MBA. I've worked in corporate finance for the last 7 years or so for a really large financial institution. I hit up my LinkedIn and see who. It's not important. I also have a license in real estate I got 2 years ago, really for my own use, to buy and sell my own property. And to leverage that commission in the deal, which was huge, and I recommend everybody definitely do that too. So I'm familiar with real estate, with how the game is played with between agents and title companies or escrow, and really just that whole process. I've gone through it myself, and that's really what led me here to this mentorship. Is as soon as I got a license in real estate and began practicing real estate as a side hustle, for myself, I started meeting people that needed a realtor, and I'm like, hey, I started making business cards and giving them to people, and sure enough, I was able to do enough deals between some friends and family and some people that I met that I was able to save up some money that I wanted to invest, and I already have investments in in the stock market and different equity markets and those sorts of things. But I mean, first of all, well, I don't even want to get into COVID, but I didn't want to put too much more of my my cash into the market, right? It's already a sizable amount of my portfolio. What else can I put it in? Real estate. I mean, it dawned on me, right? Like, I'm already making money as a real estate agent, and this is how much money I'm making just as an agent. What if I got into it from an investment standpoint, right? That's where real wealth is, definitely. And so I wanted to start getting into real estate investing, right? Buying houses, flipping them, that sort of thing. The only problem with that is, and I say this all the time, I don't do man shit with these hands. Like, I mean, I could demo a house. I'd love to do that, but like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, I don't build stuff. I don't make things. I don't fix stuff. Like, I am probably the least handy person that you will ever meet. And I was a mechanic. I was in the Navy for 5 years. I was a mechanic, and I'm still fucking terrible. And working on planes were way easier than like changing the oil on a car. Dude, forget about it. I digress. I've got a lot of stories. Anyways, look, get my notes here. That'll keep me on track for sure. So yeah, I found Jake. So my wife, she'd been following him for a month or two, on Instagram. I had an Instagram account, never used it, never posted, still haven't posted anything. I'm sure that'll change with my what I want to do with this course and how I want to apply it to my life. Got off pretty much all of social media a couple months ago, and so my wife, she found Jake and started showing me some of his content, and really it was really only one video. I mean, I knew follow what he's talking about really well. And my thinking was really more just, it wasn't so much, man, this guy's spitting fire. Yeah. No, it was, I've always placed a great deal of value on mentors in my life. I've been very fortunate to have some of the greatest mentors that I could ever hope for. I can say 100% that the successes in my life can be attributed totally to the mentors in my life, and I'm very grateful for them. And so, seeing him talk about this stuff, and I researched him a little bit too, but I knew he knew what he was talking about, and I knew he was on. He has a system that works, and he's doing some things right. He's doing a lot of things that are right. And I'm sorry, my phone's going all over the place, and trying not to move my hands. But anyways, I saw that he had a mentorship, and I did a little research into him, and I thought, well, I mean, he knows some of these really basic things really, really well, and he seems really successful. I couldn't find a whole lot of negative stuff about him online. I'm like, well, let's take the leap, right? And at the time, there was that money back guarantee. I'm like, if I don't like it, I think this is BS, I'll just pull out. No worries. Well, I definitely am not going. I'm pretty sure I'm past my deadline anyways, but I wouldn't do that anyways. I mean, this program is legit. This program is life changing. Just the first 2 weeks alone, I'm sure that I could go out and just crush it. I'm sure that I could go out after just the first 2 weeks, right? And I still have, I think, like 21 more days of like content, and it's all incredibly valuable, I'm sure, later on, because there are things that I'm missing that I need before I start doing what I want to do. And I feel like I will get that with Jake. He's also been very hands-on. I mean, we go back and forth quite a bit, ask him questions, and the dude's awesome. He's really doing a service. This is a service. This guy doesn't have to tell people what he's doing and how he does it, and coach people the way that he does. He doesn't. This is really a service, and I'm grateful to that too. So Jake, I'm sure you're going to watch this. Thanks, appreciate it, man. So yeah, that's how I found his page. My wife showed it to me, I knew I wanted a mentor in this business. He was offering a mentorship program. I mean, it was almost night and day. Like it clicked, and it was a no-brainer for me. The price point. Now, and here's another thing too. You go to another business mastermind group or another. You're going to spend way more money than whatever he's charging right now. I think it's like just under 10K. Like and especially for the money that you'll make if you apply this to your life. Like that's the big thing here. It's just, it's a fraction. It's so small. I didn't really have, so some of the interests about the program that I had, I mean, like I said, I was already looking for a mentor, someone that could show me like what to do, what not to do. Now I'm not expecting, to come in here and not make any mistakes because I got this guy, Jake, who's done it 800 times. No, I expect to make mistakes and learn, this business because I want to learn this business. And in order to grow, you need to have adversity and make mistakes and learn from your mistakes. And so I fully expect that. But what I do expect is to be, a little bit more insulated from those mistakes because I have somebody showing me the right way to do things, right? The right way to approach a particular problem. Or, I don't know this business at all, the flipping piece. So I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know how to talk to contractors, and I'm sure I could figure it out on the fly, but how do I know I'm really doing it right until I have success doing that? And how much money am I going to spend, potentially waste, before I realize I'm doing it the wrong way? That's the value of a mentor, and Jake is going to be great at that for me. I know he is. His program has proven that so far. If you have hesitations about this, and you're really only looking at that price and like, man, I don't know. Well, then I don't know if real estate is really right for you, because you need to be able to pull the trigger and make decisions about large sums of money in real estate, and you need to be able to do that quickly because everybody has access to homes and are looking at the same houses you're looking at, and if you don't pull the trigger, you're going to miss out. So I'll say this. I'll say that this program, there's a price tag to it, and maybe you can't afford that. There are ways, I'm sure, find a way. Listen, anything that you want bad enough in life, you'll get. If you want to be successful bad enough, you'll be successful. If you went into this program bad enough because you think that this program will help you in ways that, that I know that they'll help me, and build long-term wealth for myself, for my family, and create just a lot of independence. I don't want to work, my day job. I'm tired of working 60 plus hours a week. Let's do something else. Let's do something else where you're working for yourself and you're still doing something you enjoy. If that's you, this is for you. This can be applied to, and you can make that your life. But you got to want it bad enough, not just to get into the class, but to be able to apply. You have to apply this stuff to your life too. It's not so much. It's not just enough to go and show up. You have to study. You have to apply this stuff. You have to do it. No one's going to do it for you, right? So if you're on the fence, think about why it is you really want to get into this business, and if you really want to get into this business, make it happen. Find a way to borrow the money if that's what you've got to do. I'm sure that they have like a financing plan or something. Do that. Just do it then. Just do it. Just do it. You won't. I promise you won't regret it. And if you do, then either you're not doing something right. You're most likely just not doing something right. Because if you can apply these principles to your life, and that's what they are. These are principles, right? At the end of the day, this stuff, it's a huge picture that we're taking in. And there are certain principles. And just like football, I relate everything back to football because I love football so much. I'm a Raiders fan. They just got destroyed by the Bucs, so don't judge me. Anyways, blocking and tackling. Every team has to block and tackle, and they've all got great athletes. But you know what? Just a little bit, you apply it a little bit differently here, a little bit differently here, and that's the difference between, that's the difference between the Titans and the Patriots yesterday, or excuse me, the Titans and the Steelers yesterday. 2 5-0 teams, and one had to walk away a loser, right? The team that blocked and tackled and coached better, they're the ones that won. They applied the principles better. So get access to these principles and apply them in your life. Man, you'll see a lot of wealth. You'll see a lot of wealth because there's a lot of money in real estate. So I can't speak highly enough about this program. About the content that I've consumed so far, and I'm sure that the next, really the last 3 weeks or so that I have left in the course will be well worth my time, which I value more than my money. It'll be well worth my time, well worth the investment that I spent on myself. And so I'm sure that I'll be giving another one of these once I'm finished with once I'm finished with the training program, and I fully intend on giving a great review then too. I mean, if it's the next 3 weeks or anything like the first two, the content's been on point, the presentation's been on point. Great. He's a great teacher. That's the thing too. Is some of this stuff's it's not really easy to explain. I mean, some of it is, some of it isn't. But you can tell who a good teacher is because they make things simple and they can explain it simply. Less is more, and he does a great job of breaking things down and illustrating things and explaining things too. And so, yeah, just do it. Just sign up and do it. Join the family. Join the Flip Fam. Join the Flip Fam. Don't look back. I guess if you don't do it, you won't know. But if you do join, if you do take that leap, because it's a leap of faith. Like I didn't know what I was getting into when I first started. I just know that I wanted a mentor, someone that could show me like, hey, do it this way. Don't do it this way. This is what I did. Don't do it. I learned from this way. Like it's really all I was looking for. And I got way more than I bargained for with Jake in this program. I mean, he's going in detail on so many different topics that are just like, it's just mind blowing. And I've been in finance for a long time. And I don't even know a lot of this stuff, so I didn't know you could do this. It's crazy. So anyways, I hope this sways people to do it and to join, because, I think that the bigger a group is, because that's the thing too, it's not just mentorship with Jake and access to his content. You get access to this group of his mentees, right? And I haven't had a lot of interaction with them yet. I think it's probably just by design on my part, right? I don't feel like I'm up to speed enough yet, but like they fund a lot of people in this group, they fund their own deals, and they share references and resources and networking, and it's a powerful tool, incredibly powerful, and that's for life. You get that for life. So I'd pay more than $10K just for access to that alone. So join it and don't look back. You won't regret it once you're on the other side. I promise you. So if anyone's got any other questions, once you read this, you watch this. I know this is long. I only meant 5 minutes, and here I'm at almost 15 minutes. You hit me up, send me a DM, or look me up and send me some questions. I'm happy to answer them for you. But like I said, I can't speak highly enough about this program, and it's mainly just a reflection of the person who's leading the program. The guy's got his shit together. He's on point. He knows what he's doing. He's incredibly successful doing it. And what he's preaching really does work. So you just have to apply it to your life. That's all. So join, don't look back. All right. Thanks. Until next time.